Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Aaron St. Denis at FFMadScientist, joined by Jeremy Shulman at FF_Rebel. Welcome to the fantasy football universe. Alrighty, today we are continuing down the rabbit hole. We have Colorado State wide receiver Tory Horton, who I'm sure I will call at least once Colorado tight end Troy Horton, but I can't seem to get this guy's position, his school. I don't know how many times I had to rewrite this article because I put Colorado tight end or Colorado State tight end. This guy played like a tight end for me. I don't know why, because he's not even that big, but this is the 2024 rookie sneak peek for Colorado State wide receiver Tory Horton. Let's break into it quickly here. He is from Fresno, California, three-star recruit out of Washington Union High. In 2020, as a freshman, he appeared in 9 games, recording 20 catches, 336 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Followed that up in 2021, playing 12 games for, both these first 2 seasons are Nevada. I forgot to mention that. He totaled 52 catches for 659 yards and 5 touchdowns and showed he had some potential there. That led to him transferring to Colorado State, where he played in 12 games in 2022, caught 71 passes for 1,131 yards and 8 touchdowns. Followed that up in 2023 in 12 games with 96 receptions, 1,136 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So his last 2 seasons with Colorado State were pretty damn good, and the 1 season in Nevada wasn't too bad either. What did you have to say about this guy? What do you think?
Yeah, I have a lot more pros than cons with this guy. He's a long strider. He found himself open behind the defense, deep downfield, more often than not. But they actually used him a ton on crossing routes. I think mostly, although he was a pretty good receiver, he showed great hands. Mostly he was the beneficiary of being the slot guy in a spread offense. And so because everything was all spread out and because they're not facing top tier talent here, given their schedule, it was a bit of, easy pick and shoot and fish in the barrel for the quarterback. Just see who's wide open and just get him the ball.
That always worries me with these small school wide receivers. Half them, it's like, oh, no, he was just awesome. And then we have this guy more where it's like, oh, yeah, the level of competition did matter. It did really impact things. Let's get into the limited metrics. Obviously, we don't have a whole lot of it. No combine yet. He is 6'2", 67th percentile, 190, 22nd percentile. So he's got the height. He is a little bit slim. He's a senior, 21.9 years old. So weight bother you? When you watched him play, did he play skinny to you?
No, I didn't think so. I had no issue really with his weight. Mostly it was, like you said, he looked like a tight end. So the issue more for me was the fact that he's got long legs and he's taking long strides out there, but he's accelerating quickly. So I think because he doesn't have those quick feet that we're kind of looking for in a lot of receivers, that was the bigger issue for me, that his routes almost appear lazy because he's not able to chop it up and then cut quickly.
I thought he looked like a newborn deer out there running.
Yeah, exactly.
Long legs, just grazing about. All right, let's get into it. As you see, 2 years Nevada, 2 years Colorado State. Scouting report. His strengths is, one sec, let me move that up a bit. It's dangerous in the open field with great vision and quickness, great coordination and ball tracking skills, great hands with natural pass catching ability, and a great playmaker. Has good straight line speed and achieves adequate separation on the ball. What was his best asset to you?
It's tough. He had some really nice catches along the sidelines that just demonstrated his insane hands. He's got really good hands. You can't really take that away from him at all. When they were, again, using him on crossing routes, his yak showed up a ton. He's got the enough size and the speed to kind of move in the open field. But I think even more than those things for me was the fact that he's just has an interesting feel for the space in the defense, not necessarily just in zone, but also when he's ad-libbing and trying to move around to get, to create that separation after the route is over. That was something that I found impressive because he always seemed to be open, even though he's not much of a separator.
All right. Some of the weaknesses I noticed, he is awkward after the catch. Takes a lot of time to gather the ball and start, running upfield. I don't think he's going to be a strong yak guy. Lacks quick twitch to get consistently downfield separation. Has good but not great speed and cannot outrun the speedier defenders. Clunky and inefficient in his route running and struggles to make sharp cuts. So back to what I said, kind of looks like a newborn deer out there. He catches the ball. He has some talent. I thought his strength was in his pass catching. He's great as a pass catcher. It's the other stuff that he the stuff that involves running that kind of looked awkward and clunky for me. I don't know if he has enough natural athleticism and ability for me, but he does have great hands and he's a good pass catcher. I don't know. What do you think was the weakness here for you?
Yeah, it's same for me. He can't run a route, super effectively at the next level, right? He's going to struggle to separate. And if he can't separate, it's going to be difficult to find targets, right? The good thing is that he's good at contested catches. He's really good on the boundary in terms of working the sidelines. He's good in the red zone. And he's got those great hands. So it's possible that he can find a role and he can be schemed open. The problem is, running in the mid 4.4s isn't anything to kind of write home about. You're going to find guys who are, this type of profile is more or less a dime a dozen. So I think he's probably just going to get lost in the shuffle in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't have real high hopes for him. We go down here. I have him in the 5th round, somewhere in day 3, 4th round, 5th round, 7th round. I think he gets drafted. I have him going to Cleveland. Team who needs a depth receiver.
Sure.
There's plenty of teams he could go to. I don't think Cleveland has much depth, so I thought maybe Cleveland is a spot where he might get on the field. Like Cedric Tillman didn't do much. David Bell didn't do much. They have Cooper, but I don't know. I think his only shot is going somewhere where they lack depth at wide receiver, and maybe he can just happen to get on the field and find something, but I don't have a whole lot of hopes here. I don't know what the hell they come up with some of these times. Projected 1st round, 21st overall. I don't think so.
Unlikely.
Which is funny because if you look at the bottom, the highest grade he receives is the 4th round by all these, and then there's a bunch of undrafted. So I don't know how they came up with 8th overall as consensus, but what were your thoughts on where you'd like to see him go and where he gets drafted?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like you said, you want a team to need him. I don't think a team like the Rams need him necessarily. They have plenty of guys already who are working the middle. But, someone who's going to spread the ball or spread the offense out, who's going to look for kind of those quick hitters. You want kind of an immobile quarterback who needs to check down because he did thrive in those situations in college. Again, over the middle, something quick hitters. But he can get deep. So, he's fine. I think, you're hoping that he becomes like a Zay Jones where he takes a while to break out. He has to refine a lot of things and then can ultimately, command borderline wide receiver 2 numbers on his own team. But it's going to be an uphill climb for this guy.
Did anyone jump out for you as a comp? I'm sitting here trying to think, but
I was,
Zay Jones is a good one, but
I thought about Zay, because initially I thought about Marvin Jones. I think Marvin Jones is more talented than this guy is and more athletic.
I thought Josh Reynolds,
maybe like late career Marvin Jones or Josh Reynolds is actually really good. A really good comp. I think Josh Reynolds just benefits from the fact that Jared Goff keys in on him all the time.
Switch screens here.
Because he's used to
hit the wrong one here.
Josh Reynolds.
The only thing I don't like about the comp there is, as we said, this guy's a good pass catcher, and as we've seen last game from Josh Reynolds,
very true.
Catching the ball may not be his strong suit. But.
Yeah.
So overall, we don't have high hopes for him. I think he'd be. It's going to be a struggle just to find his way on the field, let alone produce. So he's not someone. I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of shares in my rookie drafts. We'll see. You never know where he gets drafted. Things could change. So
Yeah.
that is the 2024 rookie sneak peek for Colorado State wide receiver Tory Horton, who I didn't call a tight end even once. Yes. All right. For Aaron and Jeremy, thank you all for tuning in. This has been the Fantasy Football Universe. Take care. We will see you tomorrow. Don't know who's next in the videos, but if you head over, all of them are in written form on the website, fantasyfootballuniverse.com. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.